Wait.
Don't.
I had to burp.
Don't. Wait, do it now. Okay, you good now?
How'd you do that?
I allowed it to happen.
Hey guys, Crew of Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Rick.
I'm Aaron.
And we're back with
here.
I tried to buy you time, Cal, when you were drinking.
Invincible. Last time on Invincible, what happened?
Death.
No.
Not really death this time, no.
Well, I mean, one of the Maulers died.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And maybe
After being broken out by a robot.
Maybe
For reasons unknown.
What happened, robot? Why you doing it?
Tommy, Jonathan, Peter, what was his name? Maybe that one guy did. I don't know if he died or not. The guard. I forget what he called his.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah, we're putting together the new Guardians of the Globe, and I'm
Robo-Man!
like, pathetic.
Freaking Robo-Man.
Robot.
Robot.
That's what I called him.
You didn't.
Rob.
We were eating some kaiju. I wonder what kaiju tastes like. Because generally, like, things taste like kind of what they eat. What do kaiju eat?
I mean, they're just giant monsters. So, like, if you ate like that thing, it would taste like a squid. If you ate like King Kong, it would taste like monkey. If you ate...
Yeah, but if King Kong was eating people, then he would probably taste like people.
I mean,
Is that how that works?
you have to cultivate
Also,
that
he's a
flavor over
monkey.
years, right?
Yeah.
That's how you like corn-fed beef. You have to feed him a lot of corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
what's King Kong been eating?
They're still eating meat, or they're eating grass or whatever, you know? Like vegetation, or they're eating
King Kong
stuff.
was eating octopus.
Yeah.
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, so like he has that kind of stuff going for him, you know?
Yeah.
Does it make their meat taste different based on that?
Generally.
I've never tried. I mean, I don't know.
Like
I
people
don't know
that
how it
people
tastes.
that like eat bear, like there's a difference between like bears that are eating like dead animals, and 'cause bears eat anything pretty much, and it tastes terrible,
It
as
depends on
opposed to bears that like are eating blueberries. You know,
They're like sweeter?
Yeah, their meat's like more like it's literally bluer.
Huh. I've heard that about like pineapple.
You are what you eat.
Pineapples.
Hey, the freeze
Get
I'm gonna
stepped on.
Oh man, this guy's seen some shit. Oh, Beetle Man.
Scare it.
What's down here? Moon
Why'd
Knight?
you come by yourself?
The Illuminati chest.
Soon you will once again teach this
Oh no.
what it means to truly
Emo
suffer.
dab.
Yeah. I was trying to think of his name.
A Nux in the moon!
Mumra.
It is
It's Mumra.
Emo Dab.
Cool.
Look at this. Oh no, it's going to eat everybody.
Recover stone.
Mad Jack gonna be
Oh
pissed.
damn, it turned him into like a... Well, problem solved.
Gain some altitude.
Do you think we solved it?
I don't know. You're messing up the desert.
Oh, that was him?
Oh, they flew through the desert and knocked it over and it just ended.
Yourself. Last one to Mount Everest does the dishes for a week.
What? A week?
I didn't agree to this.
You didn't say ready, said go.
Where's Mount Everest?
It's the high one.
It's the high one. Hey.
What the fuck? Okay. I'm in.
Invincible.
So much more blood.
More blood. He's like, I'm getting out of here.
There are a lot of dead bodies up there. He's always right.
Yeah.
What that for?
Gosh.
Garbage.
I don't know computers.
Shut them all down.
You were in my house. You frightened my wife.
Can he kill him? He's a demon. How's that work?
7 people.
Love
Won't give
Clancy.
up, Nolan. Can't hide truth. Wife already suspects. How long until son does too? Go fuck yourself, Dark Blood.
I love the way he just
He's just
flies
floating
in.
around.
Hello, brother. You must be hungry.
Wow.
Have some hamburger. Wait, maybe that's where the hamburger came from.
Oh, that's what it was about.
Huh?
I don't know, it's hamburger.
We're so desperate.
It's the meat burger or whatever.
BM. Burger meat or something.
Burger
It was
meat,
like
yeah.
bowel movement.
Now that I'm a guardian, I can bang anyone I want.
Good. I'm glad we have an understanding.
Ah! Ow! What the hell?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have pinched a nerve. I forget how soft humans are.
Ominous.
Oh shit!
Okay.
What was that about?
He got a blood sample.
I don't like Mark missing school, but I can't think of a better reason than keeping people safe.
How much school am I really gonna miss? I can zip up to Mars and be back tomorrow.
The fact that you don't know how far away Mars is exactly why you shouldn't be missing school.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
That's right. I'm not ready. Amber, I'm
You're what?
volunteering, just like you. I'm going away and helping people for 2 weeks.
What?
Like far away.
Well, that's great. When?
Literally right now.
He's got a little helmet. Awesome.
And a breathing.
Okay. That's cool. What about his lunch? He didn't bring his lunch? Now he's gonna be hungry, Eric.
The main reason you're on this mission is the Martians.
What, there are Martians?
Where do you think Martian Man came from? Jupiter?
I never thought about it.
We don't know much about them. Make sure our astronauts get home safe. Humanity's counting
Space
on
station?
It's a warp gate, probably. Or it's a space station. That flies!
Or it's both. What the hell? Oh, that's the one dude. Haha, he didn't bring lunch somehow.
Space trash!
The bag!
Already?
Crumbs. It's so cool to just see the crumbs go.
No, it's
'Cause it's frozen.
It's frozen. Yeah.
I guess that's probably true. Uh-oh.
Maybe they have a charger in the shuttle?
He's gonna go on the
If
shuttle.
the shuttle is destroyed... Uh-oh.
Goddamn Martians.
What do we do?
We stay together as a family. You, me, and Mark. All you have to do is trust me.
Oh. Oh, what the hell?
The dragon.
You trust me, Debbie?
There's
Yes!
a dragon behind you.
Please.
Now do something.
I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. Let Cecil earn his paycheck.
People are dying. There's just
Did it kill it?
Chinese dragons.
Did it blow it up? He just makes noises.
I know. Clancy Brown noises. Did this disappear?
Maybe they go underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Shit, man. That's a defense mechanism, isn't it?
Jesus.
Jesus.
The Sequids are the very reason I captured your people. They are a world-destroying race who left a trail of destruction across the universe before crashing onto our planet. Alone, their group mind is scattered and weak. Our shape-changing abilities let us resist them.
Nice.
But if a single Sequid fuses with one of your people, they will rise up as one and savage Mars. And tell me, Earthman, how are you able to resist them?
I'm part Viltrumite. Ever heard of us?
I am the Emperor of Mars. Of course I've heard of you.
Okay, well then, we'd like to help out wherever we can.
The humans are scheduled for immediate execution.
What?
We cannot risk them coming in contact with a Sequid.
Then we'll kill the Sequids. I understand. Yeah. What?
Move! Coolant levels, check! Oxygen levels, check!
Just go!
He's just gonna lift you.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it!
Let's do this.
Just some sand.
Ooh, we got a little burn.
No hard feelings, right? I'm gonna take a rock if that's okay. Yeah?
Sequin?
Oh man. I was gonna say, why is it upside down?
The world's spirits were raised as the first men and women to
Fuck.
walk on another.
The hell?
They're having sex.
Fighting or is it sexing? Or this both?
Sexing.
Zip.
Back early.
That is a strangely non-specific story.
I got you something.
Ooh, I've always wanted one of these. It's,
A earth rock. It's an earth rock.
whoa, even more impressive.
Yeah, just make sure you never show it to any geologist or anyone who knows anything about rocks. They might tell you something crazy.
Thank you. You're beautiful, regular.
But I have to do this anyway.
Sending him back to hell.
Oh.
Can't excise me. Destroyed the book you need for rituals centuries ago.
The Demonius Ex Mortem? I had a few of my guys reconstructed. They used artificial intelligence to figure out the missing words. Technology, am I right? Well, I need to keep things gray until I can figure out why Nolan killed the Guardians and how to stop him.
Say I'd see you in hell, but there's a worse place waiting for you.
Worse.
Oh, Damien!
Damn, really?
Oh, now you care about the demon? He's not dead, he's just back in hell.
Isn't that worse?
Why think I only got a top lip?
Because he has such an overbite.
I don't know how to do that.
My beard's in the way.
Isn't that? All right, Mr. Robot.
That's a different show.
Is this a cloning thing too?
Is it AI overlord?
This seems like a mastery kind of thing here.
Skinnick.
What's that?
It's De Nova.
What is that?
Finally, phase 1 begins.
What's that?
I know.
He's
Oh, wait.
Cecil never apologizes.
I know.
What do you do?
Nothing to worry about.
Is that a recording
Is that
device? Yeah, there's a tape there.
Oh, he growled.
What?
How'd he growl? How's he there? What'd he do? Making sense.
he left something there.
What's in that test tube? Is it a baby?
I really, really wish the subtitle would have Clancy Brown noises.
Maybe instead of a recording device, he just recorded himself doing that. He just has it playing on loop.
Like, did he hide that for her?
I think he left a book in her closet to summon him back.
Maybe he
Maybe. I thought it was a VHS tape.
switched himself and he's hiding as a VHS tape. And really, he was never sent to hell because it was a trick.
I agree with Aaron.
Aha. Gotta think.
Replacement demonic jutsu.
I don't know. I thought it looked like. Is it right after
Back
this?
a bit.
It's right
Oh,
after this.
there it is. Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's like on top of those towels or whatever, right?
It looks like a book to me, but
I'm gonna go close.
No, Eric, no.
Yes, I'm going
It'll
close.
send you to hell.
Point to it so I know what I'm looking at.
I think this side, this is a VHS tape with a label in the front.
Uh-huh.
And that's the side. I think it's a VHS tape or something. Some kind of cassette.
I think it's
Some kind of recording device.
But
with
why
all
did
the-
growl?
It's all the because it's his influence. He's like, yes.
He went, It didn't make sense that he growled.
Well, maybe
does.
it's like a radio.
How?
And he
Yeah,
gets
like-
reception from hell.
Like, imagine if it was like the Joker playing a bomb, and then it's like, oh no, the Joker's gonna blow it up, and then you just hear it in the background, you know? It's like that.
So it's meant for us to be like, Damien did this, versus being like, it's growling.
Yeah.
So it's not really growling.
It's like from the grave growl,
But it's not really growling.
and he's not in the grave.
So it's a meta growl.
Yeah, it's a
We
demonic
can't-
growl,
But meta.
not meta.
Not meta-human.
I mean, meta in the sense that everything we're watching is meta because we're outside of it looking at it.
It's an outside, hey, I'm growling at you, bitch. Not like if she stayed in there, she wouldn't have heard him growl, right?
It's like, this isn't something Omni-Man is hiding. This is something that Damien has planted. Why? Because that hurt him.
We didn't like see her breath, right? Like he's not.
No, he's not there.
No, he's not there.
He's in hell.
I'm just curious why the growl.
The growl was to tell us that Damien planned this.
That's what I said. So it's a meta growl. It's for the audience. It's not like if she.
Everything's for the audience in that regard.
Well, sure.
But would she hear the growl?
Well,
when she
yeah,
was still
exactly. That's what I mean by a meta thing. Like if she was staying in that closet, would she been like, "What's that?"
Because he's a demon and he's technically in hell. I don't know how much influence he has over this realm. Maybe she would have heard him.
That's what I was wondering. That's
It's
the question.
an answer that we can't know at this point. Only speculate.
That's what I was looking for. It's like in Eric's scenario, she wouldn't hear it. It's made for the audience to be like, Damien did it. Or
I'm
is it,
assuming that Damien did do it.
or is he
because
stuck
it
in that
referenced
book
him.
being like,
But
in here again?
I feel like it's
Like that's his hell.
If
That
you
is his
want
hell.
an
it's
answer,
extremely clear.
there is no answer.
Not very clear. You can't even tell what the fuck it is.
I can.
You can't. You're
It's
just
a VHS tape.
You're speculating on
I
what
thought
it
it
is.
was a book.
It could be anything. It's like I'm just a little black thing with some white shit on it. That's all it is.
I wonder if Damien, not planned this, but planned for the contingency.
Yeah.
In that, like, he left the wrong spell for them to find. And so they didn't actually send him to hell. They just sent him
To
elsewhere.
They just trapped
clothing
him
store
in
to
a
get
book.
out of the onesie.
You're telling me all this shit we got, cloning shit, some weird shit inside test tubes, fucking going to Mars.
Yeah.
They're still using VHS.
Damien Darkblood is. He's old school, man. He's got the hat and the trench coat.
Aaron, the thing about
No
VHS
PI wears that.
is it's analog. It can't be hacked.
Yep.
It can be magnetized.
Magnetized.
Sure.
Magnetized.
But it's a lot easier to shield something from magnetism than shield something from being.
Here's the thing with that stuff.
brute force.
It's true. It's harder for it to be hacked
Yep.
or manipulated. But I feel like it's easier for it to be destroyed and never seen again.
I mean, you can.
That's true.
You can destroy solid state media.
Sure, but it's easier to just like
as easily.
it's easier
You
to
can
just have
also
it copied
copy
to
it.
other stuff than it is for like I feel like VHS. Like it takes time to just get that shit taken to another piece of tape.
Yeah,
or
it's
something,
like
you know?
well, I mean, I think Damien probably, I think he's literally old school. He probably enjoys it, but it's also like, the nuclear network.
Nuclear.
The nuclear. Oh, Jesus, Calvin. The nuclear network is on a floppy disk.
Yeah.
Like because it's easier to, or it's not easy to hack. You know, it's similar to like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap, Calvin. I get so annoyed by that.
Why is it here?
I don't know,
It's for her.
It makes no sense for him to just put it in there. I feel like
'cause he wants her to find whatever it is.
He has he's collected evidence and he wants her to know.
if he had
What's he
evidence,
found?
why didn't he give it to Cecil?
Because Cecil didn't want it. Cecil said stop doing it.
No, Cecil said that I told you to stop because I need to stay in the gray area to figure out why he killed the Guardians.
Yeah.
Like,
But
is he
he-
just trying to prove that he killed the Guardians?
Yeah, I think he has proof that he did kill the Guardians and he's giving it to her so that she can know.
But not why.
But not why.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the motive.
Yeah.
Just that he did it.
Yeah. And see, that's not what Cecil wants. It's not
Yes.
useful to
Cecil
him.
wants to know why because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, could it have been he was mind controlled or something like that, or could it be that this
he's
is
like
his
us? There's got to be a reason.
His mission from the get go. Could it be like if it was his mission from the get go? Is Mark also compromised because he's also half Villamite, Viltril?
So Mars hasn't heard of that planet either. I wonder, does it actually exist, or is Mars just?
I bet you. I mean, Mars being like this underground civilization is probably just like it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, the Martian man is from there.
I am the Emperor of Mars. Of course, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I love that.
They might just be kind of disconnected,
I also love what was the other thing? Like there was something else he said. He looked over and he's like, that one guy just shrugs at the Emperor.
Or when he was bowing to him.
Yeah. Like maybe Alan hasn't come to Mars because they can't see them because they're underground.
I don't know if it happened before or after, but if it happened during or after the escape, Invincible, I think, is responsible for a lot of dead Martians.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
Absolutely, he is.
That's bound to come back, right?
Yeah, it
Oh,
has
yeah.
to.
I feel like it.
It's either that or it's just like fucking just Mars is lost now. It's just controlled by squids.
Well, I mean, 4 of them went back, right? One to the ship, but then that astronaut was.
One of them was one.
Yeah.
Because the original was still back on Mars, and he was being.
Or was it a Martian?
See, that's the thing I was confused about. Like, the 4 of them are on the ship going back, but one guy's still on Mars, right?
Yeah.
So is there a copy? How's there a copy?
It would make
Is
sense if it was a
Martian?
Martian, because Martian could like they made themselves look like
Shape
rock and shit. Like they can kind of change themselves and how they look.
We
I
haven't
felt,
seen that
right?
out of the squids yet.
No,
Yeah,
this-
but the squid thing was. Or was that a Martian thing doing that?
It could have been a Martian.
like
Okay.
not knowing like the flag's supposed to be this way.
Yeah.
He might have been like,
Okay.
oh shit.
I thought it made it sound
You
like
know?
the squids had made, but no, it's probably a Martian fixing
Yeah.
his
Probably.
visage.
So it might be a Martian escaping
Okay.
while the other guy had been infected.
Could be the last Martian alive now.
Could be.
Maybe it was
Like
an
Martian
evil Martian villain, and he like
Maybe.
orchestrated this race to take over Mars.
Maybe it's someone trying to figure out what happened to Martian Man. Like, go in there, you know? They switched
Well,
him out.
now we
when
have
they
a
were-
Martian Manhunter.
they
If that's the
could-
case.
You could have that. Hunter.
I feel like in this episode we get more of like Omni-Man's always talking about how like he was sent here to help protect people and be a guardian for the planet and da 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 da. But in a moment when like there's problems and his wife's even like go and save the people, he's like, I'm on vacation. Like
Like,
he didn't-
holding her hostage
like-
to make him say that she trusts him.
Like
you
he
know?
didn't care.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like if your job is to be defending and stuff, and you're with your wife, sure, and she's like, hey, go, they need your help.
Yeah.
Like, to not care and not go, be like, I'm on vacation. Let them do it, you know? It's like, well,
I mean, she
like
did,
you're not working towards what you're supposed to be doing.
she did say, like, everything's changed since Mark got his powers, and we have felt that before, but, like, he's on the World Betterment Committee, but he doesn't really seem to care, you know? Like, from on his original world.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like he said everything changed whenever he met the mother. Like, almost as if he was meant to be a conqueror, and because he met her, he just decided not to, you know?
Well,
he's like,
it was also weird.
He said
how
it
she
wasn't
said,
a
like-
job, it's a home, is what
Yeah.
he said.
It was also weird how she mentioned like, yeah, you took me to Italy and then you expected me to worship you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I was new here. And then, like, yeah, everything changed when I met you. But he said everything changed again when Mark got his powers.
Mm-hmm.
No, he said he had Mark. He said, because that's would make more sense, but he said everything changed when we had Mark, not when Mark got his powers. I'm
I
pretty
thought
sure.
he specifically said when Mark got his powers.
We should go back and check, because that makes more sense, but I don't think that's what he
Well,
said.
I mean, we've specifically have had that in the last couple episodes when she's like, ever since Mark got her powers, you've been different.
We have, but during the conversation here when they were talking, he said...
It's something that he said specifically.
Yeah, when they were eating.
Probably misheard.
When they were eating?
I think so, right?
No,
I thought it was when he was talking to
before
Mark.
they went.
It was before.
It's not here.
No. It was. I think he was talking to Mark during the time, wasn't he?
No.
Mm-mm.
He was talking to his
He was definitely
wife.
talking to her.
Was it during their argument?
It was right in here.
Yeah, your mom changed everything. She turned this place from a job to a home. Then you came along and changed it all again.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that necessarily is like the change in behavior necessarily. I think he's just kind of like saying that, and then I had another addition to my family, solidified it more or something, you know? But it seems like once Mark got his powers, like, that's when he chose to kill the Guardians. I don't know, we don't know why.
But like, could it have been like what he was kind of saying there? Could he have came here with a mission, right? A chance for a new. His parents died or whatever. Like, was he coming here as like a conqueror? Because there was also lots of mentions of like the Julius Caesar. Look at that conqueror, and he's put down to this now, you know. But like, did the having the wife and falling in love change what he was looking at doing? And then he had the son, and then the powers like rebooted it back to like a save state kind of thing, where he's like, I got to go back to conquering now. Or has it all been one long mission or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially if like Mars has like, if like there's known more in the galaxy of things or something like that, and they have no idea what that planet is or what that race is or whatever.
I feel like Mars is just like isolationists. They just don't worry
True, I mean, they
about
live
galactic
underground and
affairs,
stuff,
you know?
right?
Other than Martian Man, who made it there, I guess, but we don't know how. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of just riding on the same theory that we had when we watched episode 1, where it's like maybe he was a conqueror and we don't know what changed for him, other than the catalyst seems to be Mark getting his power, or him getting his powers.
Also, the you came along and changed everything could have some extra meanings than just like we had you. It could be like just him in general has changed it, and him being
the fact that he can exist.
Yeah, the fact that he is, or the fact that he is with powers, the fact that he is without powers, or whatever. Like he could have some different meanings among that, I suppose.
Yeah, the thing with Mark, with him like being born, it just feels like things changed because I had your mom, and then we had you, and I had more of a reason. Like your mom was like the beginning, and you were the second part of that. You know, felt like kind of like the same thing in terms of the change. I just don't know why the catalyst of him getting powers makes him mean and angry and short with his wife, and just like was he always so like kind of flippant? I mean, he never wanted to join a team, they said, but he's always so flippant about people literally dying around him and trying to corner his wife into saying she trusts him. Was that always the case? And maybe she just wasn't as aware or something. That's just a huge red flag for me.
I mean, you think he's probably pretty jaded.
Yeah,
he's
true.
Probably seen it a lot. Maybe he heard the planes coming and was like, you know, by the time I get there, they're going to be here anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did not exhibit much caring that you would expect in that sort of situation.
Yeah, it felt dirty, him like almost holding her hostage that way.
Yeah.
He's holding them hostage, right? Like he wasn't like, I'm gonna go save them. He's like, she's like, go save them, and then it was like, if you don't tell me this, then I'm not gonna go save them.
Yeah.
It's like he's holding all the people that are dying by dragging. And he still didn't do it. I don't know what Robot's up to. I don't know what's going on there.
I think he's making a replacement.
Of what?
Of Rex.
I think he
hasn't even done the blood yet.
I know, but I think that thing is like a strand cast, where it's just like it's waiting to be given material and then it forms.
I think he's donating a whole bunch of different genetic materials so that they all get the powers.
It could be like one super
That's
hero.
what I'm thinking. It's like he's trying to create a replacement, not replacements for the Guardians.
Or he's trying to make himself a body with powers that he wants.
Maybe
that's...
I would choose someone other than Rex if I were him.
No, not with powers, right? Like that, the explosive power could be kind of cool to have. Like it gives you a weapon all the time. Like maybe that's why he chose. Like when he went through choosing different heroes and stuff to have, maybe there's a reasoning, and maybe it's kind of related to like the Monster Girl and the way he's like, the way people look at him as just being a robot, not being a person, and this and that. Maybe he's trying to make himself a body and put his consciousness into it or something like that, and give it different powers to have. So it could have some super strength from the Monster Girl and some shrinking powers from the Ray. And
then maybe he released Mauler so we could track him to his like clone place.
Utilize
so
the
he could
cloning,
make a whole army of himself.
Utilize the cloning tech and
Maybe.
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind
I
of
guess I
similar.
kind of just assumed that like with his conversation with Rex about acting the way he needs to act and stuff, and him being like, oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. It's like, all right. I just kind of assumed he's going like, I'm just gonna make one that does it then. You know,
maybe
no one's gonna know. I don't know.
I just don't know what his motivation.
But I kind of like your guys' idea about the creating his own body and then using the Maul tech. We don't know what he went to do with Maul. Mauler.
Yeah, we have the Mauler twins being released by him, and then him building the team, and then getting Rex's blood, and then whatever's in that tube. So it's just a matter of like, what is his motivation? What is he after? Is it for himself? Is it actually for the Guardians and what's best? And maybe he doesn't think these heroes are gonna cut it, so he's trying to make some heroes that are gonna be better, or is he trying to make something for him so that he can be something more than just a robot?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I feel like if I understand his motivations, his biggest concern is saving lives at any cost. Like he will save 5,001 lives at the cost of 4,999. You know, like he was willing to save the state by nuking the city. I don't know. I feel like his motivation is he's trying to create a better hero.
For who? Like, in general?
Better hero than the current shitty Guardians.
Yeah, but like, he's just trying to make a hero? Is he trying to make a replacement for Rex? Is he going to replace each one? Is he just making a new team entirely? Like, what do you mean, like by a new hero?
Well, he's not removing the old ones yet.
Sure. He doesn't have anyone to fight yet. Like, I wouldn't remove Rex until I had someone to replace Rex. But, like, do you think he's just going to replace... Like, he's trying to make a duplicate Rex that he can control?
No, I think
or do you
he's
think
trying to make one out of many.
Like a new Omni-Man kind of thing?
Yeah. Like, he's trying to actually make an Omni-Man.
It was dark, but I liked leaving that one blood stain.
It is pretty dark.
Like, we'll clean this up once you get your shit together.
Yeah.
Because this is what's on the line.
Yeah. It is.
True.
I'm going to assume Cecil uses tech just because he said this thing is not very precise.
Yeah.
Applying it to object, but he could be just thinking of a superpower, I suppose. This thing, you know? But it feels more like a piece of tech or an object. But he's the only one that does it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's a piece of tech. If it were a power, he would say, like, this, not this thing, I guess.
I mean, I could see a world in which someone says this thing, you know, but...
This thing has a mind of its own.
I don't have a handle on this thing yet, you know, like this power. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my first assumption was going to more tech, but if they have that tech, why aren't they, you know... Why are those guys always invisible as opposed to being teleported in or something, you know? I don't know. I imagine that's tech, so it's probably not a far cry.
I mean, maybe they did teleport in, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do the mummy thing in the beginning?
They just shut it.
They go through this long thing of just, I'm getting the mummy out, and he's summoned, and then it's coming out, and then it's just... I like it was like, fly higher. You're making a storm, or whatever. You're like...
You're messing up the desert.
I thought it was the mummy, like, summoning, you know? And
Yeah,
like,
I know.
shit, oh, shit, here it comes, run! But it was just them flying, and he was fucking up the desert, and it knocked the thing loose, and locked the mummy back in there.
So, creating the Mauler twin, they put a bunch of hamburger in there for him to consume as the other clone is growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well...
It's like biomass.
Yeah, consume, or it's just, like, going to make the meat.
Yeah.
The meat.
But, like...
Is that similar to the Queen's, like, they were talking about... They went to England, right? The
Buckingham Palace?
Yeah, when they went to there. Like,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of hamburger meat just...
Yeah, like,
Was that-
I understand the common thread is hamburger, but I don't know what the fuck one has to do with the other.
Well, like...
And I don't know what the one does is at all.
I still have no idea what that was about. Like, they were just there, right? And then it just hit them, and we're like, what was that?
I know.
We never came back to it. And
I'm so
then next time
paranoid we're missing something.
The next time I saw hamburger was then. So I'm like, was there a testing done where they were trying and it exploded and hamburger went
Maybe it
everywhere?
was like an imperfect or an unstable clone to where it like eventually reverted back to its original state. Like he was a mauler and he was jumping around and like killing people and stuff, and then he like jumped up and like and changed back into hamburger.
It seems
patties.
so weird because we didn't even see that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
we saw it all from
What episode
the
was
guy
that?
and
Episode
his-
2?
That's episode 2. I know what it is! Is it a bag? It's the bag!
It's the trash!
It's the trash
It's
bag.
the trash! We did miss it!
That's what it is. I was thinking about it when it was falling down, and then this last episode, the very beginning, showed him through the trash, and he worked at the burger place. So it's just a bunch
That's
of shit
what it is!
from the
God
burgers.
damn it.
This is what happens
Trashed
when we try to get ahead for early access, and we're episode 4. We've been talking about that for 2 episodes. Like, what the fuck is that? People are like, it's the trash!
This show just pulled an earthworm gem on us.
It did! The cow!
The cow! It's even on beef.
It's the trash that makes perfect sense.
Well, if it had that much beef and ketchup and shit in it, there's no way that it would have held together with him throwing it that hard.
Yeah, sure.
Bullshit.
That's not our fault. We should have known.
Even John Cena.
I
can't
have
tear apart
Hefty at home. If you put 5 pounds
I got a pretty good
and
trash
a
bag.
cardboard box in there, it's ripping through.
Oh man, my trash bags at home are strong.
Not that strong.
They're pretty damn strong.
Not that strong.
Anyway, that makes sense. I'm sorry, everybody that was just screaming for the last 2 episodes. Like, it's the bag he threw! Mom nuts has nothing to do with cloning!
Well, see, sometimes too, it's like, well, we should go back and just rewatch stuff,
Yeah.
and we don't. They're like, well, what was this? Go back and watch it. And like, when it was happening here, I'm like, what the hell would it have been? Because they fell from the sky. And I'm like, oh, fuck, he threw that trash.
I was waiting for it to come back, being like, meanwhile, in England, hamburgers falling from the sky. The sign of invasion? I don't know what I was expecting.
It is funny, though, that he's like...
It is funny.
Like, how long was that up there?
So,
Just traveling around.
it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes you miss stuff, especially when you're reacting and you're watching for the first time, and then you gotta discuss, and then we're like, all right, move on to the next one, you know?
Sure.
Well, I feel like a great mystery has been solved.
Yep.
That should not have been a
We
mystery.
did it.
We did it,
We're
guys.
the new Damien Darkblood.
Haha. Get out the VHS.
Damien Darkblood noises. Clancy Brown noises, I'm sorry.
Dang.
I did like that, you know, I was thinking, is Invincible just going to hold his breath? Can he hold his breath for 2 weeks? I don't know. I mean, but no, he was using a breather.
And he ate a sandwich.
He did. That froze.
So it was frozen because it was in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not frozen because he's a superhero.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, he doesn't need to eat for 2 weeks.
He probably doesn't.
What was he gonna do?
Well, he wasn't gone for 2 weeks.
No, but the plan was for him to be gone for 2 weeks. He brought one sandwich.
He probably
he might have brought
packed
more.
a
You don't
lunch
know.
for the way there, and then he was gonna rely on their like rations and stuff.
Carefully.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, I just imagine that, like, you know, he probably has super endurance, so you can probably just not eat for a while.
Oh yeah, they said before he could hold his breath for 12 minutes or something, right?
Well, yes, maybe.
Right?
Well, we realize the 12 minutes isn't necessarily how long he can hold his breath, just how long he had or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did.
I thought he was holding his breath 12 minutes.
No.
That's how long before Alan came.
Yeah.
Yeah, before Alan reached Earth's atmosphere was going to be 12 minutes.
Yeah, that was our assumption at first, but then going back and
did they and going back what?
When we discussed it further, we were like, no, that's not how long he can hold his breath. That's how long he had until the guy showed up.
I don't remember agreeing to this.
I remember it's like a 5-minute segment in it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, Superman can hold his breath for a very long time. He can go to fucking other planets and stuff, you know? So it wouldn't surprise me if Invincible could do that. But I'd appreciate that this gave him a little spacesuit.
I was gonna say it was
Omni-Man can probably.
If he can hold his breath for 12 minutes, then if you take that ratio of like, well, how long can someone go without breathing versus how long someone can go without eating, and then just extend that by that much.
Yeah, but people can hold their breath for 12 minutes.
Well, then people can go for without eating for a long, long time, Calvin.
If they have water.
Superheroes.
I mean, people fast for 40 days, don't they?
40 days?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a religious thing.
Don't they get hungry?
It was forced upon them in the desert, Eric. It wasn't their choice.
Is it like how long people fast for Ramadan?
Huh?
During the holy month of Ramadan, which occurs in the 9th month of the lunar-based Islamic calendar, all Muslims are required to abstain from food and drink from dawn to dusk for 30 days.
Yeah, you can still eat at night.
Okay.
So you don't eat from this while the sun's up?
Huh?
You don't eat while the sun's up?
I suppose it's like every day's the Sabbath, right?
They don't eat during the Sabbath either?
Well, they don't work during the Sabbath.
Oh.
Just like the time of dusk to dawn.
So so the sun comes up, you don't eat or drink?
From dusk till dawn. Yeah.
Oh, so while the sun's down,
Yeah.
you don't eat or drink?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm sleeping during that time usually anyway.
I thought I said from dawn till dusk.
Whichever.
Well, at least I get some leeway.
Yeah.
There's some eating.
There's a little bit of leeway, yeah.
Yeah, you get to eat somewhere.
Yeah,
Either before and after bed or whatever. Or...
There's diets where people go like 10, 15 days without eating food and they only drink like water or juice or something, which, I mean, you have to carefully monitor someone who's doing that medically.
Well, there's the monks that only eat like really starchy food and then don't drink water, and they literally like mummify themselves to death.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But they like die like standing straight up and just completely dry. I don't know why. Yeah.
Why?
They do that.
Fighters will dehydrate.
I might be wrong about that
themselves
one,
to
too.
Come in under weight.
Yeah, that's called cutting, though. Not called mummification.
Dude, they gotta cut that shit out. People are getting really, really sick.
Oh
by
yeah, people
cutting.
are dying from cutting.
Yeah.
Don't cut yourself. What? What are you talking about?
Weight cutting.
Cut myself yesterday.
Oh.
Ah! Where?
Right there.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see it.
I'm glad I waited. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Invincible with us. The next episode is available right now over at patreon.com/blindwave. Maybe we'll make a deduction that we should have made 2 episodes ago
What
in that episode.
New mysteries will
You
we
never know.
uncover next time?
Never know. See ya.
Where's hamburger
Subscribe.
come from?